I just like to say I think that timing was unbelievable, Michael.
Of course, it always is with us because everything we do is great. As I look at my microphone and it's pointed like 10 feet away from me, there we go. How about now?
It's okay, Michael. They taught me in school. You want about this far away, just like from chin. Yeah, just like that.
Okay,
That's what you
okay.
want. You're welcome.
Well,
Michael.
it was pointed that way.
Michael, I just gave you a free college education.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And that education goes to my associates in communication,
yeah, there you go.
media communication.
Let's see. I have. You know what's weird, Michael? I have an associate's in communication, but it's technically a bachelor's of science.
Right.
This doesn't make any sense to me.
So you have a bachelor's degree of an associate?
Well, I have no. I'm sorry. I have an associate's of science. I'll have.
Okay.
I mean, once I get my bachelor's at the end of this year, I'll have my bachelor's, Michael. If everything goes
at the end of this year, congratulations! Are you on the dean's list by chance?
I was in my community college. I think I haven't been in this college yet. I keep missing it by like point. I think this semester I had like a 3.1.
I mean, that's decent. That's a B.
So yeah, Michael. I'm not.
I mean, it's better than me.
I will say this: if I could have gotten these grades while I was in high school, my mother would have had a lot less stress.
Oh yeah, did you not? Oh yeah, you said that you sucked at math or you didn't try in math.
Well, first of all, I hate math, so I'll never take a math class ever. Right. But no, I did not try in high school at all. I don't think I ever did homework at my house. Like one time, I swear to God, I don't think I ever did homework in my home.
Well, I mean that's nice, and I wish I could say the same, but I can't say I did a lot of homework because I didn't like school too much, but it is what it is, right? I do blame my high school chemistry teacher.
It just wasn't fun
for me not being able to.
None of the stuff I learned in high school I cared about, but I care about the stuff I learn about now, so it actually makes it entertaining. You feel me?
Sorry got nervous. Oh.
Well, why are you nervous, Michael?
Well, I got some new cards. Went up to, as you may know, I don't know, and I'll tell everyone out that's listening because I tell everyone everything about my life. My mother is not doing so well. She's still in the hospital. They actually moved her to Louisville, Kentucky, which is a far better hospital than what she's been in. But that's also a 3.5 hour drive for me. So to get there, I go through Lexington and then on over. So I was off 2 days in a row a couple of days ago. So on my way back through, there's a new sports card show or sports shop in Lexington that I've been wanting to stop at. So I went in there with my brother-in-law who lives in Lexington, and I forgot looking around, and I just had to. I found a Juan Soto rookie card that I just had to have. And so yesterday, I had all my cards on top of my counter in our kitchen, and for Christmas, which our tree is still up, we haven't taken it down.
Same.
We usually try to wait for one snow to have it on, and there wasn't a snow during Christmas or anything. So we leave it up now, so we'll be taking it down later. So they're in the counter. My couch, we have to move over towards the counter into the kitchen from the living room. Well, yesterday, my dog realized that he can get on the couch and jump on top of the counter. And we were gone to church, and when I came home, I had a Joey Votto card that I found in the floor that was chewed up. And I could not find that Juan Soto, so I was a little upset there. So,
not the Votto.
Yeah, I know, not the Votto. But I opened up my first pack, like the Soto I actually just bought. I told him, I said, I want a Juan Soto. I actually told him I wanted a Vlad first, but he said he didn't have a Vlad. So I had to go with Soto. So after that, it's like, okay, I've got to open up one pack of cards because I see it done on TikTok all the time, on YouTube. I want to open up a pack. And they have all kinds of different things, so I didn't know what to even look for. And the guy was like, well, and I told him, I said, baseball or even basketball. I'm not much into football, even though I just won 2 fantasy leagues in football.
I just went back to back in my one league, Michael, so I feel you.
One, I'm getting a ring. That's what we do. We actually get rings for each other. Actually, the commissioner buys like a play ring. It's kind of fun. And then we have a plaque that we move around. Like my name will be on the plaque of the trophy, and I'll get it for a year, and then we'll put it back in. Kind of like the Stanley Cup. And then the other one, I won $200. But I mean, it's the one you came in first last year in that I came in second. So I mean,
Michael, you know what this is? You know what this is?
What's that?
The Show of Champions.
Yeah, I mean, we can go with that. But so the guy was talking to me. He said, "Okay, well, I mean, I see you're a Reds fan because I got a few Reds cards." He goes, "This pack here is supposed to have the Jonathan India in it, Rookie of the Year. So you could buy this one if you're interested. I want that one." So I'm going through it, and there's like 40 in the pack, and about let's just say 29. Bam! There's a Jonathan India in there that I got. So
okay,
I'm happy. Living on cloud 9. Got the MLB Network on, and it's some old game, so we're not going to be watching that. How about you? How have you been doing?
Michael, I was all right today. Your boy had to go to work. First of all, I shouldn't have had to go in because, so like I've said before, I work in the beautiful produce section of my grocery store around here, and so usually we get trucks in every day. Fresh produce out here. No, that's all we do. And apparently they cut like 120 pieces off of the truck we were supposed to get. And I didn't have to work until 3 o'clock. I literally got there, Michael. Usually I walk into the cooler full to the top, things everywhere. There might have been 30 boxes in the entire store.
Oh, wow.
And
so
usually
were you happy about that or no?
See, I was, because I basically robbed the place by being paid 4 hours because I didn't do anything.
Right.
But also it was like, why couldn't they just tell me not to come in?
Right.
Like I literally sat in the back and talked, which, hey, like I said, basically robbed the place.
I totally understand. It's like today at my work, we've got snow that's been supposed to be heading into our area about 12 today. It finally started showing up at about 1:30, so everyone was like panicking at the first little bit. Came out to get propane like crazy, and then after it started, we were pretty much dead. Like we had some propane constantly, but other than that, like I felt like I was just trying to find stuff to make myself busy, which was fun. Like we had a lot to do, but we got it done. So
Michael, and then after work, I went straight to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Ooh, what kind of?
I'm a traditional medium guy every time.
Medium. I'm good with medium. Traditional. So you do bone?
Yeah, because I'm not a freak.
I'm a freak. Also got this story that
I might walk off the show right now. Honestly,
I'm about to bring you back in right here. I'm about to bring you back in.
There's no recovery from that.
Bam! Who is that?
Oh, look at this, TJ Antone.
TJ Antone,
friend of the show. Friend of the show.
So I thought that was pretty cool. I seen it there and I had to get it. Also got this for Christmas. How cool is this?
I know you showed me this last time, but it wasn't out of the box. No, it wasn't out of the box last time.
Yeah, my son, 5-year-old, he had to open it.
Michael, I totally understand where you're coming from of wanting to keep it in the box, but I must say I am a 5-year-old because I refuse to leave things in boxes. Like my mom got me a couple years ago for Christmas, got me one of those Pop Funkos of Tom Brady. She's like, "Oh, you should keep it in the box." Immediately took it out of the box, sitting right over here on my shelf. I'm not a box guy.
Really?
If I see, here's my problem too. Like it's with everything though. Like it's somebody will hand me a drink or something, and I'm gonna drink. What?
In a box?
No, Michael, stick with me here, right?
Okay.
I'm saying if it's in a box, I'm not leaving it in the box. I'm going to take it out and, play with it or display it. Just like, somebody hands me a water. I'm not going to just sit there and let it warm up. I'm going to drink the water right away. And, there's some people that just leave things in the box or, they can pace themselves. No, Michael was on the same spectrum here. I don't know.
Because if I have a water, I'm going to drink it while it's cold, but...
All right, Michael, but there's some people that like to, savor things. I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah. If anyone ever orders water room temperature,
my mom likes water room temperature. She doesn't like cold water. She doesn't like cold water.
She's crazy.
Lovely woman, though.
Sorry, Miss Conover. I didn't mean any disrespect.
Exactly. Anyway, Michael, that was my day. That's why we're late tonight. Michael, I got there 7:30, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, so it was me and 3 of my boys. First of all, 2 of them show up about 20 minutes late. So we didn't order food yet because, we didn't want to be those guys. We want everybody to be included.
Wow.
So we don't order food. So it's about 7:50 now.
Mm-hmm.
Then we order the appetizers, got some mozzarella sticks. Then, that comes out about 15 minutes later. So now we're already talking about, we're into the 8 o'clock hour now.
Right.
We order our main dishes. comes out like 30 minutes later. Michael, we're talking about 8:40 before your boy started even chowing down.
Goodness.
So that's why I was hoping it was like 7:30. I'd be done eating by like 8:40, get here on time. But it doesn't happen that way. But Michael, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta let things happen for the memories. It was a fun time. I don't regret it at all.
Well, good. I appreciate it, and I was happy to wait on you and make this show go later because I didn't have to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning with the snow or freight truck. We don't even know when it's going to be there, so I'm just going to go into work at 7 a.m.
I was up at Michael. Shoot me one of the texts one of the days you get up. I might still be awake. I wish you a happy day at work.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, it was funny yesterday. My brother's home right now because he's on orders because he's
Which
in the
one,
Air
Michael?
National Guard. No, Andrew.
Or Andrew.
The one that's in the USN.
Oh, okay.
He's on orders at the military base here because he's in the Air National Guard. I don't know what orders technically means, but that means he has to go to work there basically instead of because he's technically reserves, so he's not always there.
Right. Just on the weekends.
No, that's I think once a month for drill weekend. But he's here for like a couple months now, right?
Still, let me back up. I was not meaning that as a shot at all. I am 100% supporting there.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Listen. Well, first of all, look at me. I'm never military material. First of all, second of all, just the thought of going overseas makes me want to vomit. And my brother went to Afghanistan like for 6 months. Yeah, I'm good.
We are very thankful for him.
Yeah. Listen, if there's ever a situation, can't count on me. I'm not going to lie to you.
I don't blame you.
But, it was like 4:30. You had to get up to go to the base. I was still awake. I heard them chatting out there in the kitchen. I almost went out there, but I was like, let me not. The sleep schedule is not well, Michael. I'm about 5 to about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the moment.
Goodness.
But here's my thing, right, Michael? I'm on winter break from school. So I might as well do it now because when school comes back around, I'm not going to be on that time. I'll probably be more reasonable. I think my earliest class is 9 next semester. So I'll probably be, about 12, 1 o'clock going to sleep, which is still late for sure. Well, I mean, for old people. But, I'll get it together, Michael. I'll get it together, I promise.
One day you'll understand, wow, why did I do that? And that was pointless.
Oh, no, I wake up usually at about whatever time I wake up and think it was pointless because I'm like, damn, I missed a lot. Well, you know what? We'll be all right. Michael, it's been 12 minutes. We haven't talked a lick about baseball, but you know what? Guess what? Banter is in the title of the show. And that's what
we just not be at the backstop as we banter. It doesn't have to be about baseball.
Not everything around the world revolves around it, Michael.
Especially since they're still locked out for day like 36, I think it is.
Yeah, come on, guys. We're not having fun.
Have they even met yet?
Oh, you know what, Michael?
Are we jumping too far ahead?
No. I got to try and find this tweet now because we can.
Okay.
Let me go on Twitter real quick. I saw Jeff Passan talk about it because he wrote an article. Oh, actually, you know what? I can go on my phone.
There you go. Me. But you can't share it that way.
No, but it's on ESPN Plus anyway, and I'm not signed into ESPN Plus on my laptop.
Okay.
And it's also not my ESPN Plus, so shout out CJ.
Hey CJ, you might need to be hitting me up here, man.
He gave it to me so I could watch the Brady doc. Fantastic, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Oh, Jeff Passan wrote an article. Came out. Really? Why does it do this? Came out a couple days ago. Yeah, the 5th. Or yesterday, actually. And he had somebody, he says, a longtime baseball man very calmly said into his phone earlier this week, "What the F are we doing?" So that's basically where we stand, by the way.
Pretty much. Okay.
He said, "This man is not an alarmist. He has intimate knowledge of how the relationship between the league and the players' union works or doesn't work. And he has grown increasingly cynical about the parties reaching a deal anytime soon. He's not yet ready to say baseball will lose games on account of its labor war, but he's not ready to say baseball won't lose games either." Listen, I've said it from the beginning. I think if baseball lets this go into the season and it affects games, they are out of their mind.
Yes.
Because you have to think about it this way, right? We already went over it that when the lockout first started, like for a day, maybe, it was like the biggest thing. Like, oh my God, the MLB's locked out. Have you seen a single thing about it on ESPN, Fox, ever since then?
No, actually, I tried to look up some information before we did our show today, just to have something prepared. And when you type in just MLB lockout, like the first little bit that even talks about it, CBS Sports, which is okay. I understand. CBS Sports is good. Let's see here. ESPN has an article about the MLB lockout from December 20th. MLB's article doesn't even show when it was written. Here's one from The Athletic, December 3rd. Pinstripe Alley, January 2nd. So that's one pretty recently. But then CBS Sports is like the only thing that's close to being up to date on anything. So that's what's even crazier is like not even the name people are covering, but like no one's really just covering it. I had to really dig deep to find that it is actually 36 days since the lockout. And it was from CBSSports.com.
It's just not important. Like, there's too many things to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I feel like they fail to realize. It's the fact that, baseball's in the lockout. There's literally no news going on. Okay, then I'm not paying attention either. Like, there's basketball on right now.
Right.
There's Connie. Did Michael do the intro dance? He did. I saw.
Of course.
I saw a little movement going on.
Yes, sir.
Why
yes, sir.
Show the people your intro dance. I think you should.
You know, I can't show you guys the dance because, one, it wouldn't be fair to our Colorcast audience, which if you're not paying attention, go to Colorcast, download the app, follow us on Colorcast. You can type in USN at the end of our names or just type in USN on the search and you'll find all of us with Unwrapped Sports Network. And just a little tidbit, if you listen to us on there, we do get paid from that. So come on, man, help us out some.
I thoroughly enjoyed the bread.
But here's you one little quick shoulder. Just boom, stopped. Can't give you no more. Rest,
like
you got to be charged.
Like little tease.
Mm-hmm. Go to my OnlyFans in my bio. And
nobody
you can see
would
more.
do that, Michael. I don't think anybody would. I simply don't think. I got to shave.
Matt, would you join my OnlyFans if I had one? Would you pay me to watch me dance?
Just to dance? That's your OnlyFans?
I mean, if he's paying, that sentence is going to sound weird. I'm going to back up.
He said his wife would. She gets to see it for free. Why would she pay?
She does get to see it for free.
Exactly, Matt. Absolutely not, he says.
I mean, that's okay. Would you pay me not to dance?
Yes.
Oh.
About 99 cents, though, because I don't care that much.
You know what's so sad about that? And as you say, 99 cents. I'm from an era when the McDouble at McDonald's was 99 cents. It was $1 menu. I got two the other day because I'm a hefty guy, and it was $4 for two. Like, what happened there?
Yeah, my mom tells me about the times back in the day. You know, no, you're not as old as my mom. You're not.
I know, but
like, you know, go into no. The dude I work with, right? Mm-hmm. My boy Gene.
Yes.
70 years old. So, you know, he tells all the stories like, oh, yeah, I used to, you know, go down to the corner store and, you know, buy milk, bread, and this, that, and third. Everything was $1. You'd still have something left over. I don't know what your problem is with that saying.
Because around here we say this, that, and well, what do we say? This, that, and another is what we say.
Well, you know what, Michael? Maybe you should be cultured a little bit more, okay?
I mean, it just buffaloes me that you say that.
Buffaloes you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what that means. That's not a real thing, right?
No, it is. Buffalo means like, you know, it just stumps me. Like, it confuses me. I'm buffaloed.
What are we in prehistoric times?
No.
I
don't think buffaloes are prehistoric. Like,
they definitely were.
I'm pretty sure you can hunt them now, buffalo.
Okay. Alligators are older than dinosaurs.
Do you really think buffalo are prehistoric? I mean, I'm just asking.
They were definitely hunting buffalo back in the day with some sticks.
I think you're thinking of the elephant things. What are those called?
Woolly mammoths?
Woolly mammoths, yes.
No, and I'm not talking about them.
Mm-hmm. You've been watching Ice Age too much and watching the
big fan of those movies, though.
Cave art that they had going on.
I see nothing wrong with the little Ice Age. Nothing.
Oh, Ice Age is good. I feel sorry for that squirrel. Like, I mean, he never gets to eat his nut that he's been going for forever.
You know, Michael, sometimes you just don't get the nut.
And we're moving on.
Did that one on purpose, by the way. Michael, let's talk about our top 10 second baseman. Going into the 2022 MLB season. Michael, would you like to kick us off?
Top 10. ESPN has a crap list.
That's why you're supposed to make your own, Michael. Come on.
Well, I mean, I'm obviously getting a little bit of hints there. See, here's the thing. So many players now have more than one or two bases that they play.
This is true.
See, like a lot of lists that I was comparing mine to does have DJ LeMahieu, who I am a big fan of because I
do consider him a second baseman.
Well, see, I think I put him on my first base list, and you jumped on me, didn't you? So I don't want to put him on this list. And
I have him on mine.
Of course you do. Who do you have at 10?
Well, see, Michael, I ran into the same thing with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was looking at Yahoo as a little guide. They have Max Muncy at 10, but I had him on my first baseman list.
Okay. See, I didn't have him, I don't think. So
I just moved up who they had at number 11, which is Jazz Chisholm of the Marlins. I believe, I want to say it was, his rookie year. But here's the other problem, too. Now that you look at it, they have him listed as a shortstop on here. So, it's very difficult.
Well, see, on mine, and like I said, it's not Yahoo or ESPN either. They have him at second base first and then shortstop second.
Well, second base it is. But that's who I have at number 10. Okay. I believe, I want to say that was his rookie year. I mean, he's only 23, so I would not doubt it.
Right. I'm looking here and I don't see.
Oh, yeah. Well, it says, I guess he did play a little bit in 2020, though. He played 13 games at second, 9 games at short. So I don't really consider that a rookie year. Yeah. His rookie year was 2021. He played in 124 games.
Okay. Well, let me just go ahead.
248, 70 runs, 18 home runs, 53 RBIs, 23 stolen bases, though. So definitely has a little bit of a speed threat, which I like.
Mm-hmm. I have Muncy at 10, and I have Jazz at 9.
Okay, that's fair.
So who you have at 9?
I have Jay Cronenworth. Now, that was another one that was listed kind of in the same area as in like, was he a first baseman this one? Because remember when we talked about the first baseman list, I believe he was on there.
I think I had him on there.
But to me, he's more of a second baseman. So I have him there at number 9. Played pretty well, 266, 221 home runs, 71 RBIs, 94 runs. So definitely not a bad year for him as well.
Okay. And 8?
8, I see this list that I'm looking at, I terribly disagree with. So I would probably go with Ryan McMahon of the Rockies. For a long time, I thought that he was a third baseman, but they have him listed as a second baseman as well. So who am I to argue? 254, 23 home runs, 86 RBIs, and 80 runs scored. So a solid year from him as well.
Okay, see, I might be reaching here because this man plays first, second, left, and right. But he plays for Tampa Bay and Brandon Lowe. I've got him at 8.
No, you're not reaching because I actually have him at number 6.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, again, I was just the reaching because, I mean, he plays multiple positions to say the most dominant.
I think this Yahoo list gives you a breakdown of how many games they played to each position. Let me tell you what he did.
Okay.
Let me tell you what he did, Michael. So 2021. Hold on. It's looking this one's looking a little bit weirder. Nah, I guess they don't have it listed for him, which is kind of strange to me, but whatever. Oh, wait, no, appearance by position. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't know what your list is talking about. He played 1 game at first on 133 at second base.
Okay.
15 in the outfield and 3 at DH. So I'm definitely going to say that he's a second baseman.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. So I'm not reaching as much.
No. Now, Michael, here's the other problem. Number 5 on this list.
Wait. I just did 8.
Oh, you did 8. Oh, yeah, you did 8. Who's your 7 and 6?
Well, you didn't say you're 7 or 6. You just said that
yes,
low was at your.
No. Low was my 6. 7 was Ryan McMahon.
Who? Okay.
Don't worry, Michael. It's very confuzzling times out here.
Yes.
It's okay, though. We'll get it together.
So I have Javi Baez at 7 for mine.
I forgot about him.
Or Javier, I said Javi, but Javier.
Everybody calls him Javi.
Yeah.
Wow,
but I have him at 7.
All right, Michael. Can I make an adjustment here on the fly?
You can.
All right, so I'm taking Ryan McMahon out.
Okay. Who was your 7?
Completely. He was my 7. Taking him out of the list completely.
Okay, so your 7 is now not even on the list. It skips 8, 9, and 10.
See, Michael, because here's my thing, right? So if I look at him, because there's another Rocky on this list, so it wouldn't really make sense
I'm with you there.
To be considered with 2 second basemen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take him completely out because I'm not going to consider him a second baseman anymore.
Okay.
I'm going to consider this other dude their second baseman instead. So I'm going to replace him totally, put Javi Baez there. The little bit of a down year, but he picked it up.
He did.
Very much. Very, very
honestly,
much. Honestly,
I want to rank him a little bit higher, but
I don't. I think 7's a fantastic spot.
Okay. So you're at 6 now? Or you said you're 6?
I've said up to 6. I would be at 5.
Okay, I'm at 6, and that is where I have my boy, Jonathan India.
Didn't make my list.
I didn't figure he did.
I almost put him at 10, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. You should have.
Hey, Michael, I put Joey Votto higher on my list last week than you even did.
Oh, you're right. I mean, the dude is 68 years old, but...
You know what? Brady's about 96.
It's true. All right, so now we're on to 5. We're both at 5, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
See, number 5 is where I put Brendan Rodgers now, who is, I guess, the actual second baseman for the Rockies. He had a great year. 284, 15 home runs, 51 RBIs, 49 runs. I mean, to bat 284. Now, it's in Colorado. Don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't ask. Right. So, Brendan Rodgers played pretty well. I believe that was also his rookie year, I want to say. Yeah. 25. Well, see, this is weird. 25 games played in 2019, and then only 7 in 2020. And then this year played 102.
Okay. So, to me, that's a rookie year.
Yeah, to me as well.
So, I have Minnesota's Polanco here at 5, I think we are.
Yes, we are.
I think, is it George or is it?
Jorge.
Okay. That's what I was going to say. And then at 4, I have your guy, Jose Altuve.
Not my guy.
Not
I have him in the same spot, though.
Okay.
That little annoying.
At 278 last year, OBP at 350. Had 5 stolen bases. I thought that was kind of down for him, actually. Let's see here. What else did he have? 83 RBIs, 31 home runs. I mean, he is the guy. I really figured he'd have a few more triples, but he only had 1.
Oh, let's see this year. I got the Marlins winning the NL East this upcoming season. Thoughts?
Wait.
That's in our color cast chat over here, Michael. Oh, yeah. Color cast, baby. Now, my thoughts. That's a very bold statement. I will say, I do like what they've done in free agency so far. So far. The Marlins couldn't win a game against my high school team. See? Now, Michael, this is what we like to call the 2 extremes. We got one winning the division, and we got one saying they can't win a game. You know?
I'm going to say.
Gentlemen, I say we meet in the middle.
I like the Marlins this coming year. Now, I don't think that they win because, one, you have the Braves, who are the defending World Series champions, who came out of nowhere. They're going to have a healthy Acuna. They're going to have a couple more. Who else got hurt for them?
I think a pitcher did.
But
I can't remember what his name was.
Of course, we got to figure out as far as free agency. Do they sign back Freddie Freeman, which I think they do. So I do think that the Braves will come out on top on this.
By the way.
Yeah, it's not ever happening. But I actually want to put them at 3. I want to look more into it. This is just kind of off the top of my head because I think Philly's going to look a lot better this coming year. But then you got the Mets and the Braves. So it's going to be hard to put them over anyone because even Washington, I think, are going to improve. The East, I think, are going to be a nice division this coming year.
We got best pitching staff in the division. Sandy, Pablo, Trevor Rogers, Sixto coming back, Edward Cabrera, Max Myers. That's a legitimate rotation except for the Mets. Here's my thing, right, too? You can make an argument, Michael. An argument. It's up in the air that they even with the Mets, they still have the best pitching rotation. Very
1 through 5.
Very big emphasis on rotation because let's be real here. The Mets lost Noah Syndergaard. He's not going to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Semien, not Marcus Stroman, I should say, not there anymore. He went to the Cardinals. Or did he? Was it the Cardinals?
I don't think so.
I don't remember where he went now. It was a weird team. It was a team I did not expect him to go to.
Was it the Mariners?
Oh, he went to the Cubs. Yes. Sorry. Thank
Cubs.
you. Thank you in the call. See, even us people forget everything. And then after that, they had another pitcher, but he broke down towards the end of the year. He was very good in the first half. He made the All-Star team, I know that, but he broke down heavily in the second half of the year. I mean, 1 through 5, I don't know how good the Mets are. 1 through 2, that 1-2 punch, I mean, that's Mike Tyson combination right there.
I'm sorry, Brow asked or requested for a mic if you want to bring him in. Our Brow.
Let's see if I can do this. Let's see. Let's go for a minute here.
While he's doing this, guys, just a quick update on this. If you do respond to us or send a chat in the color casts, we may miss it because we actually live stream this as well. If y'all want to follow us on Twitter, it's Backstop Banter, or even on Facebook, Backstop Banter again, and even ourselves. I am MD Lawson00 on Twitter. And Connie, go ahead and tell yours.
Anthony Conover _ baby. So we're out here. But I'm going to put you on the hot seat. See if the stream can hear you as well. But we got you going live right now. Let's see what we can do here. If it ever pops up, here we go. How we doing, good sir?
How's it going, fellas?
Oh, we're hanging in there. What's going on with you, brother?
Well, I just wanted to address ozone in the chat here. I actually covered the Marlins on the radio broadcast in the late 90s with Gary Sheffield. A lot of great ball players were on that team. And I'll tell you what, the Marlins, they don't have what it takes to compete for third place in that division. I mean, this is a pretty lousy unit. You look at their hitters, it's a bunch of minor league bums. I mean, let's call it like it is. Sure, they have a decent rotation, but at the end of the day, you got to score some runs in this league, and I don't see the Marlins doing that. I'll get out of here and then get your thoughts.
No, you make a great point. I think pitching is obviously a very important thing to have. You can't really, kind of that double-edged sword type of situation where if you don't have pitching, you can't go far, but if you don't have hitting, you can't go far either. I've seen it plenty of times. I mean, as weird as it sounds, as a Yankee fan, like everybody's always says like, oh, they need more pitching, but in the playoffs, believe it or not, the Yankees can't hit, and that's why they've struggled. So you do need the hitting, you do need the pitching. And I absolutely agree, that the problem with the Marlins is going to be their hitting, not their pitching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I'm trying to pull up here as you were talking just to see if I could find anything of what their win-loss record was last year. I guess I probably have a better chance on Bleacher Report, because I know year before last, in 2020, I'm trying to talk about, they had a decent year, and we were kind of surprised with it just because how well they played. And we kind of said that where they were so young, and it's like a college season basically for them, that they were probably more prone to that and understanding how it goes. So it was like, okay, maybe this is just one of those things. Here we are. They finished 67-95 last year, 21 and a half games back. So, I mean, we know that they're a struggling team already. And I wish I could pull up the runs, but MLB is just so weird right now as far as everything that they got going on. So I don't think I could pull that up just spur of the moment. But I will say, I could see the Marlins being one of those teams that is like, okay, I don't think of this. well, I don't want to say anything too strong. And in my head, all I can think of is how the Cardinals ended the year, or how the Mariners were actually relevant all the way up till like September, October. I don't think they're going to be that good, but I think they're going to be pushing. I do agree with you that it's going to be the third place, probably where they finish at. But this East, I think, could be very interesting. That like the Mets, the Braves, and that third place team could be pushing for that last wild card spot. And of course, if they expand, who knows what all goes on that. So I'm at least intrigued with them. I think they have potential. Of course, if you know what that means you're not crap yet. So I'm going to keep an eye on the Marlins. I like them. They're interesting. They're young. They're dumb, if that makes sense. They don't know that they're not supposed to be good. So I think they could be.
Michael, that's a dangerous thing too, though, for other teams, not knowing that you're not supposed to be good or bad. Like, that's a scary thing for other teams because it's like they're going into every series thinking, oh, yeah, I mean, I guess we could win. Why not? We're pretty solid. But, maybe as you get older and you look at the team around you, you're like, God, we're terrible. There's no chance we're going to win this game. But they're, the saying, young, dumb, and free. So they could go into series and win some games. And, hey, with great pitching, you can do a lot of things. Momentum in baseball doesn't really exist to me. It kind of seems like a thing once you get to my age, you invest in custom toilet to prevent a wet screw. Oh, man. We got some clowns in the comments. I love it.
Ozone wants to join our chat now.
Oh, here we go. Now Ozone wants to get in here? Perfect.
I will say, guys, if you don't care, as you join, we're more than welcome to have you. But try to keep it PG-13 for me because some of my listeners on my Facebook page, my mom may get mad at me, just to be honest.
It's okay. We try, Michael. Well, we got Ozone on here.
Let's go.
Oh, yo, I love the profile picture, by the way. The I can't think. Oh, Kurt Warner in the basically foil puffer jacket. I love it. Big fan. Ozone, what do we got?
I can't wait for his movie to come out. But go ahead, Ozone. Mike's yours. Let's hear you.
I just want to respond to Robert, the old man. Listen, buddy, don't get your diaper in a bunch, okay? Miami Marlins season are a team that I absolutely love, and I'll tell you why. They got Avisel Garcia, free agent. They took care of one spot in the outfield, and I really like them to get Nick Castellanos. Just because the old man covered broadcasting back during the Prohibition doesn't mean he knows anything about modern baseball. And clearly, he's to put aside that pitching staff, okay? So listen, old guy, take it easy. Go to bed. You're about 5 hours past your bedtime. Keep it civil, and let's go fish, huh?
Well, let's go fish, he says. First off, I have to 100% disagree with you that Nick is going anywhere. But that's because I am a huge – oh, there's a Le'Veon Bell in there. You don't need that one. Huge Reds fan. I usually have this decorated with Reds, but I've switched it up to Kentucky basketball because we're in the season. So I'm just hoping that my Reds – oh, I'm sitting here showing you baseball cards, but you're on Colorcast, so you can't see that on our live stream. That's not going to work. But so I hope Castellanos can stay a Red. I do think we have a chance just because of the relationship that he made with some of the players, but also no money talks. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. I don't know. I would still have them third.
Look at this Pete Rose card I got.
But here's my thing too, right? I would have them third, but we all came out last year and said that the Mets were going to be great. And look where they ended
except for me.
Finishing.
Whoa. I never said I said 3 years out. But keep going.
Let's see. Said, boy, I'm truly have a great time with this application. My son showed me great locker room banner. Hey, it's a fantastic app. I hope hope you've given me
give us a follow, Robert. Honestly, I'd love to talk with you a little bit more with this covering some baseball and stuff. Maybe get us some insight on that. Give us maybe a couple autographs that got those people on the side. Stanton used to be a Marlin.
This is true. I could use a Stanton interview real quick, something light. But here's my thing. We all right, fine. Besides Michael, who said they were 3 years away, whatever. A lot of people thought that the Mets were going to be really good, and we obviously saw what happened there. Now this is year 2 of Steve Cohen, and I think year 1 he didn't spend a lot of money because he didn't want people to be like, "Oh my gosh, he's coming in and he's ruining baseball by spending all the money."
Thank you, Robert, for the follow.
Yes, sir. What a guy. But year 2, Steve Cohen said, you know what? If people want to judge me for spending money, why don't you go get some billions yourself? And went out there Max Scherzer, Starling Marte. They signed some other guys that I can't remember their names. So they're probably going to be better. But how Mets would it be for them to not be very good? And as I was saying before, Michael, I don't think momentum in baseball. Yeah. I don't think momentum in baseball matters too much because you're only as good as your starting pitcher the next day. Mm-hmm. You could come out the day before and put up 20 runs, shut a team out, and look like the best thing in the world. And then the next day you could come out and have your pitcher give up 20 and you don't get a single hit because their pitcher's on. So if good pitching is probably going to trounce good hitting, especially now, because there isn't any contact hitters anymore. It's swing for the fences. I'm praying that I hit a home run. If I don't, I'm going to strike out because at least strikeouts are good somehow for some reason these days. Mm-hmm. So it's possible. Could maybe the Marlins, go get a year ahead of themselves? I don't know. I'm not ready to go there yet. But obviously, anything can change in the season. How many people thought? Listen. Raise your hand if you thought the Giants were going to, have the best record in baseball.
We didn't even know where to put the Giants last year.
I thought the Giants were going to finish fourth.
I remember us talking that division, that West, and thinking, okay, we know Colorado's bad. We know Arizona's bad. This is going to be Padres and Dodgers only. But where does the Giants? Like, are they the third team or are they the worst team? Because they have Buster Posey. They've got Longoria coming back out. Like, can we really trust these guys? And then, boom, they proved us all wrong. But, I'm going to venture to say this. I don't think
Michael, look at this, though. We got to love that my grandpa's on this app, and that's D Brown. So I'd assume that's got to be a relation here. A relation here, Michael?
There we go. I mean, it sounds good to me.
What a lovely
Or it could be – that's awesome. Welcome, fam. This is a family show. Honestly, if you go back to maybe even look us up on however you watch your listen to your podcast, go back a few episodes. You can listen to where we talk about how we first fell in love with baseball. It's really good content. You should check it out. You can listen to it on any Apple Pod or Spotify that you do, wherever you listen to your podcast.
As well,
Oh, are we on iHeartRadio?
Michael, I did set up the iHeartRadio. You're welcome.
Dang, look at us.
Well, look at me, I should say. I'm kidding, Michael. All the credit goes to both of us. We're fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Myself, honestly.
So I'm going to say this. What if, and I know Pete Alonso is great. Trust me, I like him. I got him on my home run derby league that we did and everything. But what if they went out and signed Freddie Freeman?
I mean,
because
what if see, here's the thing too, right, Michael? And you asked me for this.
We're talking about the Mets on this.
You asked me in this show if we should do, breaking down divisions. And I said no, because I can't do that yet.
Right.
Free
we have no idea.
Over. So Michael, here's the thing. What am I going to do? All right. Let's live in fantasy world here and say, actually, that's not really a fantasy because they could do it. But let's say, all right, fine, whatever. Let's say that the Dodgers, let's go say the Dodgers sign Carlos Correa. If I do a prediction now and I say, oh yeah, I think the Padres are going to bounce back. Mm-hmm. I still think they can come in second. And then all of a sudden, or I think that they're going to win the division. And then all of a sudden the Dodgers sign Carlos Correa. Well, my entire analysis went down the drain because they just got a top, whatever player in baseball.
But that's where we just call it 2.0. It'd just be 2.0. They do it all the time with these mock drafts. Mock drafts, way too early. Mock draft, 2.5. It's content.
But we got my grandson is the true baseball expert. He pitched at FIU. Hey. Mr. D, former D1 athlete, now broadcasting on the side, alongside savvy veteran. Yo, listen, Mr. D Brown, I have to have you on the show, former pitcher. I'm gonna have to actually have you on the show, into the stream and everything.
We need you on our face here, like we see here. We've had quite a few young athletes. Yeah. Actually, going to back up a little bit and talk about my sports show that I went to. They had some Lexington Legends cards, and I know you know who they are because I've talked about it.
I do now, yeah.
So I had to take a few pictures of it, send it over to Dalton. He's like, oh, those are my boys. I might actually be in there. But I didn't buy any because I didn't think he'd be in that set because he didn't play for him this year. I didn't think it'd be from 2020, but thought that was kind of cool. So he needed some cool stuff on that. So yeah, D Brown, tell us your name. Holler at us on Twitter. We'd love to have you on the show sometime.
Anthony Conover _. Okay, hit me
or
up.
MD Lawson 00, or actually Backstop Banter.
Yeah, Backstop Banter is the show. You can find us over there on Twitter.
But I'm just, as I back up to my, in a world that everything goes right, what if Cohen went out and got Freeman just so he could have that for the leadership to say, hey, he knows how to win. He needs to change this atmosphere of what we've got going on, or always being the little brother. I do too. So, I mean, we've got a couple of guys here. We thought Lindor might be a leader last year. He
was terrible. Yeah.
He was terrible. We're going to give him another little bit here. We're not like panic mode yet with him, because I mean he's great. He just sucked last year. You pull in Freeman as well. You've got a couple of good guys that can lead. Freeman always says, "Hey, I'm MVP, and I've got the ring. We need to pick it up."
Danny just followed us over on Backstop Banter. We'll be in touch.
There we go. Thank you, Danny. Go ahead and send us a message as well. And if you want to have your grandfather on here, go ahead, because Dalton and his dad, who coached him in college, we had them on. It was great content as far as like who likes bat flips. Obviously, Dalton's like, I love them, and his dad's like, I can't stand them. You shouldn't do that. So it's good banter with that as well.
It's in the title of the show, Michael. Unbelievable how we did that.
That's why I did it. So yeah. I don't know, but let's go back. We were at what, 5, I think, on our list.
I do believe we were at 4. I think we were at 4.
We said 5. We said 5
because you said Altuve was at 4 for you, right?
Yes.
I'll put Altuve at 4. Okay. I can agree with that.
Yeah, we said we had him at the same.
Burning passion.
But okay, who do you have at 3?
I'm gonna go with my guy, my actual dude, DJ LeMahieu. Had a little bit of a down year last year. Not gonna lie.
Okay. You got him all at 3. Oh, okay.
I could see him totally playing better. 268, only hit 10 home runs, 57 RBIs. But he did have to undergo surgery after the season. He had muscle core surgery. Mm-hmm. So I would assume that he was not 100% throughout the season. Great fielder. Can put him all over the field as well, but he is great at second base as well. So I'm going to stick my guy DJ right there at 4.
So I like that you reached at 3, right?
Or 3, sorry, yeah.
I like that you reached at 3, because I might have did a little bit of a reach here too, but got to mix it up just a tad bit. For at 3 for me, I've got Trey Turner.
I think of him as a shortstop.
Well, see, they only have him listed as second base here.
Really?
Yes. I don't know if maybe this new season they're doing something different, or just the way they have this on, and this is on MLB that I'm looking at his stats here.
Interesting. Because like the Yahoo list I have, he's not even on here.
Really? So let me change it, because I have just second baseman. So I was reading off their list here. Let me go to, what'd you say, third base?
Shortstop. I think of him as a shortstop, I should say. I mean, hey, listen, very possible that he's not.
I don't even see him.
Perry's a Dodger fan here. Perry, Trey
he's
Turner.
not even on the list on shortstop.
What the hell? So where do they have him?
Second base on my list at 3.
Hold on, let me check the Yahoo list, see who they have at shortstop, because they have a shortstop list as well.
Perry, if you're still in here, who is the Dodgers' second baseman?
Oh, here we go. On the Yahoo list, Trey Turner's number 2 shortstop to them.
Okay.
Well, that was the thing though. Didn't who just signed with the Rangers? Corey Seager. He played short, and wasn't Turner the second baseman?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's the second baseman, and he's my number 3.
Well, listen, Michael, if we're going to put Trey Turner at second, then I have to make another adjustment.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to put him at number I just said DJ was 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll bump everybody down the list 1, which means now that Mr. Jazz Chisholm not on the list anymore. He drops out at number 11.
I mean, that's better than dropping completely off from 6 or something like you've done in the past. But we're happy with that.
But I don't consider him a second baseman anymore, Michael. That's why I dropped him completely off the list. And you agreed with my point too. So I'll give you. I do. So who you got at 2? Or let's just go ahead and do 2 and 1, because they're probably the same guy. I don't know. What do you think? Who do you have?
The same 2. I asked you first.
Listen, number 2.
Don't you do this to me.
Michael, I messed up again, by the way. I forgot another player. All right. I messed it up again, Michael. Shoot me.
Unprepared. Unprofessional and unprepared.
I wouldn't
Here we
say
are
unprepared.
getting falls on color cast because they think that we're actually prepared because they don't see our face and see what we really look like.
They follow us because we do a wonderful program. Wonderful
that
program.
is true. Of course we do.
So I'm going to make another adjustment here, Michael.
Okay.
And number 2, actually, technically now he's number 3, so I'm going to need everybody to move down another notch here. So that means Jay Cronenworth off the list now. Off the list.
Okay.
Number 3, technically now, would be Whit Merrifield. Number 2, I have Ozzy Albies. And number 1, I have Mr. Marcus Semien.
Thank you. I thought you would be a turd to me and put Semien at 2.
What, do you think I just hate Braves or something? Or Blue Jays, I should say?
I do, because they came very close to putting you all out.
And Michael, remember when you said that they would, and then I won the bet and you had to give me money? I do too.
And I did give you $1. You're welcome.
I know you did. This is true.
You're welcome. But I think Semien is just going to keep bouncing.
I mean, he hit 40 home runs. 40.
Let's see here. Who? Semien?
Yeah, didn't he?
I think he hit 45.
Yeah. So, listen.
45 home runs, 102 RBI, 66 base on balls. He did have 146 strikeouts.
So does everybody else.
I was going to say in this new era, that's okay to do. Even 265 in this new era is okay. So,
see, Michael, I think you'll be able to defend me here on why I forgot about him for a second, though, because he was actually the one that I forgot about on the list.
Of Semien?
Yeah, Michael.
Okay.
Yahoo has him ranked.
Don't you dare.
Number 8.
Really?
8. So I had already gone past him. I forgot about him until I looked back at the list and I said I meant to put him on up higher.
That makes me. That's so disappointing. No wonder Yahoo is not a sport thing. Come on, Yahoo. That's
How do you have him at number 8?
I guess Perry just jumped in and said AO and bounce because he didn't respond. I bet he muted us. Oh, well, we appreciate you being here. But I'm so glad.
Though, man. Let me tell you something. 259, not good. But also a switch hitter, so I love that. 30 home runs, 106 RBIs, and 20 stolen bases. I like that.
I do have him at second for a few reasons. I think Acuna is going to be MVP this year when he comes back. I don't know when he comes back. I know he's hurt. I need to look more into that to see when he comes back. I don't know if he's going to be there for the full year or what. But I picked him as my I picked him as my MVP last year, so I want to still go with him this year. Actually, I don't want him to win it now. Think about it, because I got a Juan Soto card, so I want Juan to win it, who I also said would be a top one. So I'm going to go back with Vlad and Soto this year for my MVP, but I don't think anybody in the AL is going to win it other than Ohtani. So
because I think they're going to get he might be able to go back to back, and then after that they'll give they'll start giving it to other people instead.
Right. So the reason why I have him at 2, one, yes, he's a great player, and yes, he probably deserves to be one on most brackets. But I think Acuna is going to be there. It's going to take some of his RBIs, and also they may pitch around Acuna to be at Ozzy. So I'm trying to take my X's and O's and figure this out and think that with Freeman, Acuna, even Adam Duvall, who bats a lot lower, I just feel like he's going to be in there in that weird lineup to get stuff. To get stuff that sounds horrible, to get RBIs and stats.
I'm trying to see when Acuna is going to be back. Because when did he get hurt? Wasn't it around? It was before the All-Star game.
Was it? I was thinking it was right after.
I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
I think you're right, because they didn't start playing well till after the.
Yeah. Acuna Jr.'s injury timeline. Acuna suffered the ugly injury July 10th versus the Marlins. The injury occurred, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares how the injury occurred. We all saw it. Let's see.
Looks like you should return in May.
May?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey.
Now, that was October 26th that they reported that.
Now, Michael, you know what the craziest part about that is, too?
That might be when the league starts.
Exactly. Usually, you'd be a little upset about that because he's missing games.
Mm-hmm.
He might not miss a damn one.
He really might not. He really might not.
God,
so
killing me.
Yeah.
But
we're at 11. I'm so sorry. We're getting way too late. One thing I just want to talk about is the lockout, and I don't have the stat on me. I meant to take a picture of it. The lockout, guys, as we kind of talked about earlier, I know we need to probably wrap this show up as we're getting late, and I know, Connie, you got some other prior arrangements that you need to get to. That would be homework.
It's just because I'm a terrible student.
We're at 36-day lockout. They still have not met, to my knowledge, about the finances, the core of what's going on right now. But one of the main things, as we said numerous of times, that the main argument that's going to be going on from the players' perspective is these younger players aren't being paid nearly enough. That's their argument. Now, in my eye, I think if they make in millions of dollars, they have nothing to complain about. But I read something today, and this is what really stuck out to me. Who had the best season out of everyone, Connie?
This year?
I would pick. Yes, that I would say.
Vlad.
Thank you. You're so smart. I'm glad you know that. Do
I'm
you realize
guy,
that Vlad in this year, which I think
let me guess. Is it in the millions?
Vlad, who is in I think his third year, maybe second year. I'm not really for sure.
I want to say.
I want to say second, but I don't think last year was.
I want to say second.
All year long, when he almost got the Triple Crown in batting, was paid $607,000. $607,000 and some extra monies for the whole season. Vlad does not deserve not even to make $1 million. That is really pitiful. So I will accept their argument saying that these younger players aren't being paid nearly enough. Now, how do you fix that? That's a discussion probably for a later time that we can't get into it, because you can't give a guy, I mean, Vlad is an all-star, but you're using the example of a LeBron James making a rookie salary, that's just how it is. I mean, how do you fix it though,
Michael, here's the thing though, and you've kind of just argued against yourself.
I know. That's what I said. I don't think they should be making that much money.
Not that. No, it's not that.
Okay.
It's because how many times have we gotten into arguments about the small market teams and the big markets? The reason that players who come up right away make so much little is because of the small market teams. That's service time, that's the thing that's always talked about, how, you can keep somebody down in the minors for a few games, then that increases their service time. So you have them for 6 years at, $600,000 instead of 5 years, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's for. And that's what the MLB wants to change, or the MLBPA, but the MLB does not want to change, because then it's like, what we used to have you guys for 6 years before you can make money. Now you want us to only have you for 4 or 3 before you can make money? Absolutely not. We're not doing that. So that's where you're gonna get some because Michael, here's the thing.
Remember, I said money hurts too, though.
Remember, I said this in the beginning, that there's kind of 3 battlefields in this. That there's the players versus the owners, or 2 battlefields, I should say. And then there's the high-end owners versus the low-end owners.
Right.
Because the Yankees and the Red Sox and the Dodgers and the Mets now, listen, they don't want the same things that the Reds and the Rays and the Pirates and everybody else wants. They don't listen, Michael, let's be real here. The high-end teams, they don't care if service time matters, because after 4 years, they're going to sign them anyway. But, the Rays, who are we have $30 in our bank account right now, are going to say, listen, 4 years of service time, then I got to pay them. I'm not going to be able to build a team ever in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you're going to start getting into the owners clashing heads instead of the players and the owners clashing heads, which makes for a very, very intriguing fly on the wall discussion. I would pay to be a fly on the wall.
But I don't know of any rookie that's ever made a bunch of money. So I don't know if it's so much the small market.
They can.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's really all on the small market where he plays for Toronto more than that he's just a rookie. Like, I mean,
no, but I'm saying that rule is in effect because small market teams want it.
Right. Because I'm looking here at Ohtani, which I'm not for sure how many years he's played now. But in 2021, he made $3 million.
Well, but that's different too, though, because he was an international player that they signed.
Right.
I think international players. I think that if you're an international player, you can make however much money the team is willing to give you.
Well, Cunha in 2021 made $5 million. Now in 22, he's projected to make 15 million, and 23, 17 million, 24, 17 million. So it's a big jump. But even he, who's been in the league for a little bit, is only making 5 million a year, which still.
Michael, we can't look at these numbers though compared to me and you, because 5 million
I know,
compared to like Bryce Harper, who's making 30, and we would all agree that Acuna is probably better than Bryce Harper.
Well, Bryce did
win MVP this year. I know, but Acuna was on his way to running away with it,
and I called it. You know what? I want to back up here and just you say a lot that you're always right, but I've been pretty good guessing on some things this year.
Michael,
it's
a wonderful show. We do a great job.
It is, and we do.
It's almost difficult, Michael. You know what? It's almost difficult being right this often because then people start expecting you to be right all the time. Then the pressure mounts and stuff. But Michael, we're very smart people.
I think we are too. But it is 5 after 11. I don't have to get up too early. I know you do not, but you have some things that you got to get done. So
I do.
Unless you have anything else to say, guys in Colorcast, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Love the back and forth banter with you guys that we had there. Thank you for the follows. Grandson and Grandpa, we want to hear more from you, even Ozone you as well. Guys that are watching this on either YouTube with through Unwrapped Sports Network, who we love so much, or even our Backstop Banter Twitter account or our Facebook account as well. We appreciate you guys, but also go over to Colorcast, download the app. There's other people doing this. What's great is you don't see our ugly faces. It's just
beautiful,
audio.
By the way. We're so good looking.
So what I've always heard is I have a face for radio. But anyways, we appreciate you guys, but go again, like I said, over there. Follow every one of us with Unwrapped Sports. You can use the USN on the search bar, and you can find us all. We appreciate everything. But most importantly, follow us on Twitter at Backstop Banter. And follow me on MD Lawson 00. Follow Connie at Anthony Connor _.
Oh, almost. Anthony Conover.
Anthony Conover _. I'm sorry.
There we go.
Awesome. But also, Connie, tell them about your shows that you have.
Yes, very important. Generational Sports every Monday, 7 Eastern. Me and my guy Josh talk about everything. Fighting, basketball, football, whatever you can think of. We're talking about it over there Mondays, 7 Eastern.
You don't talk about beards because that's for us.
This is not a beard. Josh has a beard. Nice one. Tuesdays I do the hard count. Me and CJ we talk about everything in the football world, kind of like this show, except football edition. That's what I like to say. So go over there. That's on Tuesdays at 9 Eastern. And then obviously, like Michael said, we're here every Thursday, 9 Eastern usually. Pushed it back a little bit today, but we'll survive.
It's the lockout. Nobody's going to care.
Exactly. And people only care for us anyway,
That's right.
Go listen to the pod. Backstop Banter available everywhere, Apple, Spotify,
iHeartRadio.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to hear or if you want to see us, you can go over to the YouTube channel, like Michael said, on Unwrapped Sports. But yeah, follow me on Twitter, Anthony Conover _. You can follow Gen Z Sports right there as well for my show. Anthony _Conover on Twitch as well. I put all the pods up over there.
Oh, yeah, Twitch. Don't forget about Twitch.
Oh, yeah. Big Twitch guys. But Michael, with that being said, I say it was another wonderful episode. And now we end it right there, brother.
Also, real quick, like he has the show of Hard Count, I have a show on Saturday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That is Count the Bucket. That's like this show, but about basketball. So, yes, go follow everything and like it and subscribe it and all that whole 9 yards. Check us out in our bios, and you can find our link tree.
Yes, sir. All right. I appreciate everybody for tuning in once again, and we will see you on the next episode, people.